Today, we're talking about a growing type of technology that affects all of us, often in ways we don't even see. Our goal here is simple: to help you stay aware, stay calm, and stay safe. This isn't about creating fear. It's about understanding how technology is learning not just what we do, but how we feel.
You already know that your clicks and searches are tracked online, right? We're kind of used to that. But what happens when that technology goes a step further and starts trying to figure out our emotions?
So let's start with the basics. What is this technology actually called?
Well, the official term is emotion AI. You might also hear it called affective computing. But all it really means is it's technology designed to use data from things like cameras, microphones, and sensors to analyze and, well, pretty much guess what a person is feeling.
Okay, so how does it actually do that? It sounds really complex, I know, but it basically boils down to looking for 4 key signals. Let's break them down. First up, and maybe the most obvious one, is your face. Cameras on our phones, our laptops, or even in stores can analyze our facial expressions, a smile, a frown, things like that, to try and identify if we seem happy, or maybe sad, or angry.
The second signal is your voice. See, a microphone doesn't just hear your words, it can pick up on how you're speaking. It listens for your tone, the speed, the pitch, all to detect if you might be nervous or excited or maybe a little frustrated.
Third, we have your text. Pretty much everything you type online, your messages, your social media posts, even product reviews, can be scanned for words that carry a lot of emotion. Words like love or hate or worried are huge clues for these systems.
And finally, number 4. This signal comes from your wearables, your smartwatch or fitness tracker. These devices are monitoring physical things, like your heart rate and sleep patterns, to get a sense of your stress levels or how calm you are.
Now, this is the really important part. Any one of these signals by itself is just one small piece of a puzzle. But when they're all combined, your face, your voice, your text, and your body signals, they start to form a surprisingly detailed map of your mood.
And believe me, this isn't some science fiction plot. It's already being used out in the real world. For instance, some shopping apps might use your phone's camera to see if you smile when you look at a certain product. New cars are being built with systems that monitor a driver to see if they look sleepy. And call centers often analyze your tone of voice to tell if a customer is getting upset.
So while some of this might sound helpful, it's absolutely crucial that we look at the other side of the coin. There are some hidden risks here, and this is exactly why being aware is so important.
Which brings us to a really big question we all need to think about. What actually happens when something as personal as our feelings gets turned into data? Data that can be collected, stored, and used.
Let's look at the key concerns. First, there's the issue of consent. A lot of the time, our mood is being tracked without us even knowing about it, let alone agreeing to it. Second, there's a real risk of manipulation. Think about it. If a company knows you're feeling down, they could target you with very specific ads. Third, there's the problem of bias. These systems can just be plain wrong because people from different cultures express emotions in very different ways. And finally, data misuse. Once your emotional data is out there, it can be stored, sold, or even hacked.
Now, knowing the risks is the first step, and it's a big one. So let's talk about what we can do to take back a bit of control and stay safer.
Here are 4 simple, practical things you can do. 1. Check your app permissions. If a simple game asks to use your microphone, ask yourself why. You can almost always deny it. 2. Manage your wearables. You can turn off some of the tracking features when you don't need them. 3. Cover your camera. A simple little sliding cover for your laptop or smart TV is a very powerful tool. And 4. Ask questions. If your work or school starts using this kind of tech, you have a right to ask how they're storing and using that data.
The most important principle for staying safe online applies here too. Before you click agree on something you haven't read, just pause. Always stop, think, and verify.
There's a quote that really gets to the heart of all this. When emotions become data, they stop being private. They become something that can be bought and sold.
What we've talked about today is just one of the challenges in our modern digital world. Again, the goal here is not to fear technology. It's to be informed and to be cautious, because awareness really is protection. If you stay alert, you stay safe.
Thank you for watching. Please stay aware and stay safe. And think about sharing this information with your family and friends.